Hi. Okay. This is for activity number 4. Right? Activity number 4 is very easy, but it's a bit confusing because it's so easy. Right. So let me show you activity number 4 here. Activity number 4. Okay. So you're going to get this cup, and so you're going to get this cup. Okay, and fill it with vinegar to about 50 milliliters. Okay, and then once it's full of vinegar, you're going to put 10 grams of baking soda in it, right? Now, it doesn't have to be exactly 10 grams, right? If you want to measure out the mass, you could use your electronic balance, turn it on, put it there, and then you can use a little, it says weigh boat, but I don't think we actually have a weigh boat. So I have this empty, tiny cup. Put it here, push the tare button, okay? And then we have the nice baking soda box. It's quite large. To open it, you just go to the corner that has this little red open here sign, and you push it in. And then you gotta, with some violence, pull it out so you could pour. And you just take this off. You pour some baking soda in, and then you put it back on. Let me show you how much you should use. This right here, this is 20 grams. So that's too much. That's 16 grams. That's too much. Okay, so you should use something like this. Right? That's 13 grams. That's okay. That's pretty close to 10 grams. That's good. So you pour that into your cup. Pour that into your cup that contains the vinegar, and then it will be bubbling. Of course, vinegar and baking soda, it will be bubbling. Now, critical, do not tilt the cup. Do not tilt the cup. Let it foam, okay? Let it foam. Gently set it aside. Let it foam. Take a photo. That's the photo I want, okay? But let it foam. Don't tilt it. Just leave it there, okay? That's for activity number 4. Do not throw this away. We need it for activity number 5, right? So keep it there. Don't make fast movements above it, because the carbon dioxide gas is heavier than air. As the bubbles form and pop, they will fill this whole cup with carbon dioxide gas. That's what we want. If you make fast motions above this, you might create air currents that will bring carbon dioxide out of here. We don't want that. We want carbon dioxide to stay in there, okay? So, activity number 4, getting tired. Okay, activity number 4 is this. I want you to write the observation, which is foaming bubbles and formed, and then write the balanced chemical equation, okay? And then that's it for activity number 4. Now I'm gonna go right into activity number 5 in this same video, okay? So activity number 5. Activity number 5, I want you to get the upside down test tube after removing from the candle, right? So here's what I'm talking about. You're gonna get the candle. You gotta find the candle, right? It looks like that, okay? It's gonna be in one of those bags. I'm not sure which bag. It may have been in this bag, I'm not sure. Or it may have been in the bag that says Chemistry Chemicals Set 2. I'm not sure, okay? Now you have to light that candle. You can go to your gas stove and light your old wooden splint with the flame and use the flame to light the candle if you want. Or if you have a barbecue lighter like this, you could use this to light the candle. Once the candle is lit, you need to get the glass test tube. It's the same glass test tube we used in a previous activity. You got to dry it out. You must dry it out, right? Hydrochloric acid came with this napkin. It's great for use in drying this out, right? So here's how you do it. You take that napkin and you rip a piece off, and then you roll up that piece like this, okay? And then you got to shake out the drops from your test tube, and then you insert this like a worm. Go in there, wormy. Go in there. You can rotate it for ease of insertion. You got to get to the bottom. This thing needs to be dry, because if it's not dry, it's not going to collect the gas and show you what the gas becomes for activity 5. And so I'm going to rotate this to get all the surfaces, and now it's dry. This napkin does a really good job. It came with hydrochloric acid. Okay. So get this napkin, and then once it's dry, you should get an empty cup one of these graduated cups and just get that ready, because we're gonna stand this up in the cup when we're done. Okay, so the flame is going. I want you to hold this over the flame and collect smoke. Collect the gas for 30 seconds. It says all this in the instructions. I'll show you. There it is. Collect the gas for 30 seconds and then keep it upright. Don't tilt it. You could tilt it a little bit, but try not to tilt it a lot, right? Keep it there. Let that cool off. The candle is still on. Don't blow out the candle. The candle is still on, okay? I'm going to let that cool off, right? And look at that. I want you to observe that. I hope that you will find that when this cools off, the gases will have condensed into a solid black waxy substance in here, right? And if you were to disturb it, like if you were to get your spoon from the yeast experiment, or maybe even your wooden splint, go in here and scratch that black stuff, it comes off, because that black stuff is not the glass. That black stuff was the gas. It condensed. It was actually incompletely burned wax from the candle. Okay? Now, I say a lot about that in my beautiful literature here for activity number 5. I want you to read this, please, and I want you to be interested, and I want you to love it. Okay? And then I tell you exactly what to write for your data table, for your data table number 1 in activity, I don't have it here, for activity number 5, right? Now, well, I don't tell you exactly what to write, because you got to write what you observe. If you do not observe anything visible in here, well, I want to know, okay? If you observe something that is not black in here, I want to know, okay? My hypothesis is that you're going to observe some blackness in here, and that blackness will not be glass. You could actually scrape it off, okay? It will have a waxy texture. That's my hypothesis. But I want to know. I want to know what happens, and I want you to describe that in 5 to 10 words right here. Not more than 10 words, okay? We are not done. This is still on. This is still activity 5. This is still on, okay? Then I want you to carefully take this, okay? Take this, and I want you to pour the gas onto the lit candle. Carbon dioxide gas is heavier than air, and carbon dioxide gas is good to extinguish a flame. I want you to use the invisible carbon dioxide gas in here to extinguish this flame, right? Let me show you how. This is a really great trick that you can show your relatives the next time you see them. You just get a piece of paper, right? I happen to have a nice book from my kid when she was young. I'm just going to fold that a little bit since she doesn't need this anymore. And this is going to be the ramp. This is a ramp for carbon dioxide gas, okay? And you got to be very careful with this. You want to move slowly because you don't want to lose the carbon dioxide gas, okay? Now, I'm going to take this ramp and I'm going to tilt it towards the flame, and I'm going to pour carbon dioxide gas down the ramp. Do not pour any liquid, just invisible gas. You're going to look like you're crazy because you're pouring nothing. But as you pour, the carbon dioxide gas will flow down the ramp, and it will blow out the flame. It will be so awesome, okay? Because this is a scientific experiment, it's very important that we do the control experiment. But I don't want you to have to do it. I want to do it myself for you. I'm gonna do the control experiment is the same work, but under normal conditions, where nothing should happen. Oops, I don't want to burn my computer screen. Right? So I light the candle, all right? I form the ramp, okay? I form the ramp. I tilt the ramp towards the candle, like that, okay? And I pour air down the ramp. Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens. When you do this with carbon dioxide in here, I want you to see something different, not nothing. Okay? Thank you. Oh yeah. For number 5, please describe what happened also. So I want you to tell me 2 things in number 5. Let me show you what I mean. In number 5, I want you to tell me 2 things. And here's what I mean. Okay, in number 5, I want you to tell me, in the test tube, I observed, tell me what you observed, right? Just a couple of words, right? And then, when I poured gas onto the candle, then tell me what happened. What happened there, okay? You could go over 10 words if you want, but because I already took up like 8 words right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words here. So you can go maybe 12 words, 13 words, okay? Thanks. That's it for activity 5.